Okay, I'm at Drum Hill in Wilton. A few other things I want to point out when I'm here on the property. Japanese maple at some point should probably be moved. This is only about a third of the size it's going to reach, so you should consider moving that at some point. It's got to be moved when the buds are swelling in the spring before any leaves come out. Those two paniculata tree hydrangeas, those should be trimmed back about halfway this year. If you don't trim them back, there's a risk that they can kind of just tear apart from the weight of the branches. So that's something that should be trimmed back this early spring. Again, I'm just going to give you some other suggestions. I would remove the inkberry holly, which are those right in front of you, right here. Because I think those just look out of place and they kind of dominate that area. I think it would look nicer if you just had some smaller, more compact plants in there. All right. From a lighting perspective, you could consider uplighting the walls here. So as you pull up the driveway, you can kind of see specifically maybe even that secondary wall. That could be a nice feature to bathe the walls and uplight these walls. Then we talked about trying to get some light going up these steps. Looks like you got everything sprayed for deer, which is good. This is about a 4-foot by 13-foot area here, expansion. It would actually have to be partly a step, so the step would end up having to come out like this and come over and connect. Alright, so that's one piece of the work. You can try to match the same type of stonework. That would require drilling and pinning. So you drill into existing concrete footing, put in rebar, and then pour new concrete so that both are connected via rebar. So that's what's going on there. There is kind of a weird situation because you do have an expansion joint there. So these two pieces actually move independently from one another. Something to think about. Talked about removing this plant because it's a little bit overgrown. This is a 15 by 18 foot area. So we were talking about putting in a dwarf boxwood hedge around the outside, and then putting, a patio area around a fire pit. The fire pit being in the center of this area. So, and then lastly, again, some lights going down these steps possibly. I would think about uplighting that Japanese maple if you're going to consider leaving it there for a few years. Again, at some point it's probably going to overgrow that area. Uplighting these two crab apples. Actually, this might be a lilac on standard. Anyway, uplighting these two trees. And again, as you go up the driveway, we'll light up these walls. Make that look nice. As you pull in the driveway, having these walls lit up. And you could consider uplighting those 4 dogwoods in the lawn down there. You could consider doing that. And even these other shade trees if you wanted to. There's 2 more shade trees right here. So that's it. Just so you know, we do lawn fertilizing, tree spraying, shrub care. So if you ever want a quote on that, we could quote that for you as well, including the deer spray. It looks like you're already getting done. So we'll take it from there. Talk to you soon.